What's up guys, today's day 175 on our journey to 2000, and in today's video we're going to play a 15-minute rapid game, go over that game, see how it goes, you'll see my thoughts, and stuff like that. So we're going to get into it. We're going to start this game, and this game if you guys remember yesterday, why am I playing a 1500 rated player? Yesterday I played an unrated game accidentally, so I changed it, and now I'm playing a How I Met Your Dragon player, which is pretty cool. We're going to go into the boop, boop, beep, bop defense. I didn't study much chess. I hung out with my cousins instead. We played like Yu-Gi-Oh! If you guys know what that is, it's a card game. And Call of Duty, which is where you go to the bathroom and duty calls. That's not true. And other stuff. Okay, let's see what our opponent will play here. Okay, I believe when they play this bishop move, I haven't studied this in a bit, but I believe we go a6 to be flexible in our response because we don't know if they'll play f4, f3, knight f3, bishop d3. So we're going to play a6 just to see what they do, and a6 helps stop a knight and bishop move. Okay, so they play f3. I actually studied this exact thing, but I don't remember it. So I think we just go b5 too for an early push just in case. This might be right, this might be wrong. This also allows our bishop to come to b7 potentially. But we're still delaying certain other moves, so let's go b5. We also played a game called Dominion yesterday. That was fun. If you guys don't know what Dominion is, it's a deck building board game. It's really fun. So, yeah. Okay, so he's obviously going for this idea. I don't feel a need to actually develop this bishop. I think letting it be traded is a smarter idea. Although maybe coming here so that when he comes here, I castle, he takes, I just take back. I'm kind of tempted to do that. Here, takes. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. Now, if he attacks here, our knight might be forced backwards. Now I feel like I screwed up. I think maybe knight d7, knight b6 was the idea. And I think that is the idea a lot of times in this opening, before going b5. But then you block that out. Wow. Okay, he castled. We developed the knight, he attacks, we take, he takes. That doesn't look good. I think we should castle. If he ever goes h4, we have h5. If he tries to develop his knight, we just take. Maybe? Okay, so we're gonna let him take here. We can just come here. Let me think. Here. And where's our knight going? I guess it could come back, but that looks really ugly. We might also have c5. Takes. We lose the game. I want to come here. Yeah, there was probably a c5 push at one point. I think I screwed this up, but we could go d6. Let me think. Knight d7. If he pushes, because that's really the most annoying thing. Takes. And our knight has nowhere to go. I mean, we could go back, but if we push here, he could take and stuff. Bishop b7 is always an idea, because our bishop isn't going to really survive on this side. But again, if the knight develops, then we could trade it off. Bishop coming here doesn't seem like it really does anything. So maybe not. Let's go knight d7. If he attacks our knight, we'll just pull back. And we'll just pre-move this. If he lets us get knight b6, we're good. Okay, so we have to go h5 here. Also, we have knight h7 maybe. At least the position looks similar to other stuff. I wonder if c5 works now. Takes, we could take with the knight. Yeah, I think this is not a great move. I don't think this move does much. You're also blocking the knight's development. So I'm thinking c5. If takes, we take back with the knight, and we can get our queen in, and we could go for the b4 push. Another thing I'm thinking is, let's say I go here and he pushes forward. Then we actually have b4, we have queen a5. That looks pretty good to me. So yeah, c5 looks beautiful right now. Let's do it. Now, of course, he could go knight d5, but that looks wrong to me. I'm starting to understand these positions. It's so exciting. Like, I'm pretty sure this bishop e2 move was possibly one of his worst moves of the game so far. Maybe castle and queenside was a little weird too, but I'm not sure about that one. Only thing is this bishop's not doing much, but maybe it'll live on e6 in the future. I don't know. Who knows? Okay, so he's going for this push. I guess that makes sense. We could push away the knight first. The knight could go to the center. We could take. Then we could bring the queen here. This could be an idea. Let's say we push the knight, he pushes our knight. We take, he's forced to take. We get our knight to safety. That doesn't make sense. Let's say he takes, we just take with the knight. Our king looks mighty scared, but I think it's still okay. So yeah, let's push. Continue our plan. Then again, if he comes here, taking could be annoying. Because yes, we double his pawns, but then he takes here and we open up our king to big attacks, which looks a bit scary. Looks very scary, actually. Now, one interesting move he could do is takes, I take, and then he checks me. But it's really not that interesting. I think if he went forward, takes with a check, actually. So he could do that. I didn't really pay attention. But then we take with the pawn and we have more protection for our king, I feel. Especially without the dark squared bishop. It's not as scary, potentially. Okay, so he does this move. I think we're going to delay capturing. I think we're going to go queen a5 to threaten some sort of mate. Because if he takes here, we can just take back. And if he pushes the knight, we can just... Oh, we can't take the pawn because he takes with check, actually. So if he pushes the knight, we're forced to trade. So let's go here. See, if we had our bishop fianchettoed, we would be able to take. And then this bishop would be super strong. Well, I don't know about super strong, but it would be stronger. You know? Even if we didn't play the best moves, even if we didn't do the best, I'm happy that we got into this stuff that I've been studying on Chessable the past few days or whatever, or a few days ago. Because it's like, we might have not played the best way or even the way that they were suggesting, but all these ideas are coming into fruition. So this is a very, very, very smart move. I don't know how I didn't see that. I feel like bishop here might be the move. That way, if takes... We could take... Yeah, this is starting to get a little frustrating. What if we come here? He takes. We attack. We sack the rook to get the pawn. And can he do anything here? So he can push this forward. We can check. He can then escape. We can check. He can then escape here. That's a little complicated. What if takes, knight here, takes, he makes space. First of all, we could just en passant. But if he makes like one space here, we can check, he can come here. And since we have a knight here, I don't know, the knight can't actually... We can come here threatening to attack the queen. Or take the queen. But then he takes our queen. This is complicated. Or instead, maybe I could play it slow. Maybe I go rook b8, bishop b7. Yeah, maybe bishop b7. If he takes, we take. I didn't like this initially, but it might be okay. I mean, he's putting a lot of pressure. So it's a little... I really want to do this. This just looks right to me. Like, we could even take the rook with the knight, but we would be down material. I think we go for the attack here. If he pushes it one square, we could push this one square, and that would be beautiful. Oh my god, yeah. Wait. Let's actually do that. If he takes with the pawn, I think we're in decent shape. Because we have knight b6, we have c4. But if he takes with the bishop... Knight b6. We'll let him take the rook. He took with the pawn. That looks so wrong. I mean, you're opening up the center line, but I have this beautiful pawns here. That looks... Well, I guess he can take here and come in with a check. But I can just hide away, right? I'm hoping to come here. He could take. I can take. He can come in with check. I can take, he can take, I can take, he can take. Then I would have to develop the bishop. He can come here. Ah, it gets so tricky. I don't like that. I don't think that's right for me. Knight here. If he takes... Yeah, we gotta take with the queen, I guess. Ugh. I mean, because if we take here, he comes in with the check. So maybe we just avoid all the checks and go something like king g8. Of course, king g8 looks so bad. And he could also trade stuff. Actually, probably better to trade off queens because our king's protection is not looking good. I think I may have misplayed this, though. If he goes bishop b3, though, we definitely go c4, and it's possible GG's. Like here, he's going to take on c5. Let's see, what rating is our opponent here? Peak rating. I'm really curious to see where we messed up. Oh my god, a lot of losses recently. Peak rating 1655. Okay. Interesting. Interessante. Interesting. I don't know what I'm saying. That took 3.5 minutes, that move. I'm happy I'm playing 15-minute games. I was really hoping he would take with the bishop just to sack the rook. And, it would be beautiful. I don't know if he could even escape that check. Oh, he would be able to go queen c2 and then block the check. Aha, he's really scared of this. He doesn't realize his potential to attack me, I feel. Is getting rid of this bishop super important? Probably. If takes and takes... Oh, it's starting to get really tricky. What if we take here? He takes. We take. This is a trade for us. Or like takes. This looks good. This looks good. We'll be up a pawn, an important pawn too, I think. So let's take. I guess we're simplifying everything. Now he could push, which I didn't give enough consideration. The problem with pushing is that, I don't know, aren't you giving me too much? But I don't know, then it becomes really hard to hold. Maybe I'm stupid. Rook h8 might be a move if he pushes, though. That would make sense, I think. Okay, so he's still really worried about his king. If we take here, he develops his knight. I didn't... Well, I guess I just thought he would take back. We could come here. We could also go rook h4. This kind of blocks in the rook. In a way. So, let's do it. Rook h8 is a potential move. I just want to trade off queens, and then I feel like I'm winning. But I'm up a pawn that's like deep in enemy territories. These split pawns are probably going to fall. This is going to be a very interesting structure. And then one of these is going to end up being really weak because he can't protect both. So I wonder if now he's going to go something like a3. I'd probably just take. If he comes here, I would take. Okay, so this move makes sense. Obviously, I can attack here. But like I said, it doesn't really make sense. I could come here. Yeah, I think I'm going to attack. I'm going to attack. The reason I want to attack with this pawn is... Why do I want to attack with this pawn? What if I come here? Threaten to trade. He takes. I develop the bishop. And now I have this open lines towards his king. I mean, this is really nice. But yeah, I think here... If he brings the rook here, that could be annoying, actually. That's the only thing. I might be hurrying this up. Rook h8 was kind of my idea. Target this pawn. The knight can come here, which could be annoying. Let's see. Here, takes, because he doesn't want to lose his knight. He's going to be forced to take. Opens up my rook. Maybe rook here. If this, then this. Bishop to f6. Bishop to f6, after the knight takes, it's not good, though. Maybe I should have just taken this pawn and let him develop his knight like that. Now that I think of it, that makes so much more sense. Or, not so much more, but, like, I still would have been up a pawn. Now this guy's just gonna die. So kind of dumb. You know what? Let's go here. Just to go here. Let him take the pawn. But then he has this. And I have to take back with the queen. If the bishop is in the way... Oh, well, he can't take. I would take his queen. I mean, I think you just take the pawn here. And we could actually trap his queen. So, if he just takes the pawn, we bring the bishop here. Oh my god. Wait, we just trapped his queen. We bring this here. Unless I'm missing something. He comes here. We come here. Oh, he has this move. Never mind. Oh, that's unfortunate. Maybe let's go for a queen trade. Bishop here. Queen here. Pawn here. Queen here. Pawn forward. Takes. 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 And it opens up lines for our rooks. You know, this could still be good. Let's go for it. Maybe allowing this A pawn to push would have been good too, but I don't know. Also, I like that we just still have this blocked off, so there are no checks on the diagonal. Okay, let me just think it through again. Attack here. What if we sack this like this? Oh my god, yeah, that's even better. He comes here, we come here. If he comes here, we come here, threatening mate. These pawns are doing God's work. And he has no check because this covers. And if he checks like this, we probably move back and we'll be fine. Maybe somewhere here. Gotta be a little careful though. So, okay, wait. Let's calculate this. Here, if he just does his own things. Oh, if he ignores it, that could be dangerous. So here, let's say he comes in with a check. Try to open up lines, which is definitely possible looking. We would go to h7 probably. No, because this leads to mate. Wow. Okay. If he checks, maybe we just take. Rook gives a check. We come back, and that's mate. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Okay. f5. That way, if he takes, we could take back with the rook. If he checks, we protect with the rook. He takes the pawn. Then we push. Oh my god, okay. Push. Takes. Oh, this pawn is in the way for some battery attack. Okay, to be honest, maybe going queen d8 is best here. Or rook h8. Yeah, rook h8 may be the move. Go rook h8. I may be overreacting, but this attack actually looks super scary. So if he goes here, I think we could take, because this check, we come here, protecting the pawn. If he creates a battery, we have rook e8, bishop protects us. So we would just need to justify the sacrifice. Now, what if he pushes the pawn? I didn't really calculate that. Wait a minute. Pawn c3, if he does nothing, we have bishop c4. If he pushes, then we come here, and this is mate. Okay, so maybe we can go pawn c3. I'm not sure if rook h8 is necessary, but if he takes here, we probably go rook e8 and almost trap his queen. He has this square and this square. Okay, so he does push the pawn, unfortunately. Which, you know, makes sense. So do we have enough turns to stop any stuff here? So if he comes here, we have this. Comes here, we have this. Jesus Christ, this looks so bad. Rook h6. Comes in with the check, we take. Comes in with the check, we go to the corner. Comes in with the check, we go to h8. And somehow we're surviving. Another idea. We continue our plan. He checks us. We go to f8. We just get the hell out of there. But he could check with the knight too. We could still go there. Okay, let's just do the plan. If we lose, we lose. We're going for mate. These games become crazy. It just means we get more experience in them. And I'm gonna, you know, if I lose to a 1563 rated player, it is what it is. I'm not familiar with these positions. The point is to study the opening, to get better at it, to become a pro. Because the Pirc defense is quite crazy. And to be honest, I think the opening went well until it didn't. So if he tries to deal with our attack, then I think he loses. But if he ignores it and goes for his attack, then I think he may win. Very crazy looking. But I think king f8 and rook e8 might save me. Jesus. Okay, now if he checks me, it looks bad. I think we're gonna take here. We're gonna take. We don't have time to calculate. I missed that. Oh, that's mate. That's mate. Oh, that's mate. That is checkmate, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if he's playing with my emotions, because that's messed up, but his rook comes to h1. I go to g8. He goes to h7, or maybe this is what he's calculating. I don't know. He checks. I go to e7, or maybe it's not mate. Maybe it's not. Okay. Probably have to walk out of the check. This is mate, though. Yeah, that's mate. I don't even know if I could stop that. I'm one move too late. Yep. This is checkmate, ladies and gentlemen. The queen protects the rook, and I get mated. And I have nothing. I could check, take, check. Back, check. Take, check. You know what? Let's go for it. There's literally nothing else I see. Maybe I should have tried to calculate something. I don't think anything works. Yeah, so we're going to go here. My whole idea is just to try to open lines. I mean, if he goes here, there's just nothing works. Okay, we're going to resign here. Well, lost 11 points for that. We're back on 666, but let's review the game. Played with 62% accuracy, so pretty trash. I was winning at a certain point, so my opening knowledge was good, but then I started losing. So let's see. All of this was fine. The a6 move was fine. Bro, this is a book move that I feel like they tell you to play, and look, white has an advantage, but I guess the idea is that it's hard to take advantage of the advantage. Yeah, so knight d7 to go knight b6 is the move. And maybe I had to do that before castling. See, I thought his best move here was pushing the e-pawn. Yep. Because now, where does this knight go? And it becomes, I think the knight here is very ugly in these positions. So I think my mistake was not knowing my opening knowledge as much. But okay, still, I thought the opening went okay, just because of the way it went. Alright, apparently this is just off. I thought for this for so long. Oh my god, if he did the bishop move, apparently I had the advantage with the pawn move, but I liked this so much. Because this was my plan. And then I thought if he comes forward, I have this. Stopping the king from escaping and giving a checkmate. But I think he could just block like this, and that's the issue. So here, maybe I would have taken. Because I would see that, obviously. And then, how do you progress through here? Why is this winning? Knight e3, forking the rook and queen. He attacks the queen. But it says going c4 is good. The knight takes back. Okay, and what, isn't this just not winning? Oh, I guess we're only down one pawn of material. But Jesus Christ, this looks crazy. I'm happy. I'm getting used to these positions. This is like the first game where I could actually use a lot of the stuff I learned. So here, I'm going to assume taking wasn't right. I'm just going to assume. Yeah. Okay, they wanted me to take here. And I'm going to assume here taking was correct. Yeah, this is what I expected. I expected this, check, takes this. And then we would continue the game. Maybe something like this. And apparently this is winning for me. I guess because I have the bishop and I'm up a pawn. So this is the move the moves I was expecting were the best moves in the position, and yet my opponent played moves that weren't the best moves, and I couldn't take advantage of that fact. Oh my god, queen b5 was the best thing here to open up the line. I literally mentioned this idea, but I thought having the doubled pawns might not be smart. Also, I thought after this, it just looked really weird to me. If he took here, I would have been very happy. I wanted my bishop on h5. It also attacks the rook. Oh my god. Yeah, pushing this pawn was bad. And then, yeah. You know, I thought I had something here. But I guess I let him counterattack too quickly. And you guys could see that here, that this is not working out. Well, really cool, fun game. Hopefully it was fun to watch. If you guys have any tips in understanding a certain position, let me know. Like, if you play the Pirc a lot and you get into these types of endgames, I know some of you do. Let me know if you saw something I did that was a little weird. I know some of it is like, oh, castling this side is not good when they're attacking like this. I was just trying to follow the stuff I'm learning. But if you saw something specific where you were like, oh yeah, obviously c5 doesn't work here. Like, you should fianchetto your bishop before going for this attack, because this isn't as scary yet. Like, if you had some sort of idea like this in your mind, then that would have been cool to tell you. Actually, this wouldn't have been scary. This would have been beautiful. I think I should have relied less on remembering the opening knowledge and trying to think through the position. But once again, hope you guys enjoyed. If you watched this far, say main, like main line, because we went into the main line apparently. And have a great one. Bye-bye.